So I had the urge to sit down and try to start writing a new metal track, and in the process it occurred to me that I wanted to show you guys how I go about tracking guitars. And the question always comes up whenever we're talking about engineering and recording music on whether or not I should do just 2-track stereo guitars or should I quad track the guitars. And I'm gonna say both, and I'm gonna show you in this video, but with an emphasis on just 2. The riff that I've got down could be either used as a verse or it could be used as a breakdown building on the idea of the verse. So here's the idea that I've got down so far. Pretty simple, but very much like you can imagine that in a Linkin Park song with some turntables on top of it. I'm gonna go ahead and record a couple passes of that. And what my goal here is today is to teach how I layer guitars and how I actually go about it by only doing 2 guitars instead of 4 guitars like some people do. So let's go ahead and record a pass of this or 2, and then we'll work on getting everything layered up. Cool. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and put the guitar away because we won't need it anymore after these takes. So the goal here, now that I've got the guitar passes recorded, we can listen to them real quick. I will take them and start layering them up on top of each other. So we're going to take one and put it on guitar left, and I'm just going to grab another one here, and we're going to put it on to guitar right. Let's listen back. Sweet. So what we would do from here is we would start to clean things up as far as making things sound big and loud. We got to make sure it also sounds a little bit tighter than that. And so what I will do is go into here. Ableton has a wonderful feature, and I'm sure no matter what DAW you're using has an ability to do something like this, but I can actually set our warp to Complex Pro, and that will allow me to grab these transients and move them to be in line where they need to be. So that way each little hit is right on time. And I don't normally move every single one because I want a little bit of variation in between some of the guitar parts, but I do have a tendency of trying to line things up close. Like I might leave this whole section maybe a little bit looser just to create variation between left guitar and right guitar. It could start to sound a little bit cleaner like this. Lot tighter. And so what I've done now is I actually went through and recorded my bass guitar, and this is where some of that depth is going to come in and to make the track sound bigger with just 2 guitars. My bass guitar channel here, it looks like 2 bass guitars. It's just one. It's just split into half to where one guitar track is just the low end, one is just the high end, and I distorted the high end. And when you distort the high end of that guitar, it is actually very helpful because it creates what sounds like a third electric guitar right down the middle to help give some of that lift to make the guitar sound louder. So it sounds like this. Let me add that right guitar back in there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in and I'm going to program some drums out real quick, and then you're going to see what my little secret sauce is to make these guitars sound even bigger than what they did before. Hey, real quick, if you're wanting an easy to use songwriting template for Ableton, I've got one made for you completely for free. All you have to do is go down to the description below, hit that link, and it'll take you straight to my website where you will be able to download that Ableton template absolutely free, no charge, and you will be able to start recording music immediately. It has all of my routings that I use for drums, bass, guitar, synth, and vocals with a lot of Ableton presets as far as plugins go. Now, when it comes to guitars and stuff, you're gonna have to use your own amps and all that kind of stuff, but as far as in stock Ableton plugins, I have all of those in that template. So if you want it, go ahead, hit that link below and download that free template. Okay, so we've got the drums in here, and this is what it sounds like. You know, it looks like there's quad track guitars, but it's not. I'll show you what I did here in a second. Drums, bass, and left and right guitar only. These other guitar tracks are muted at the moment. Honestly, you could go with that and it would already start to sound like a great demo, or you work a little bit more on it and you could probably make it be the final track. But what I'm about to show you is the secret sauce. So these guitars right here, let me mute all these other things so you can listen to it, are what's giving some extra depth to the track. So listen closely. So those are actually the exact same guitars. So guitar left here, this is also guitar left. But what I did was I went into the actual files themselves and I pitched after, because in Ableton I can pitch tracks down pretty quickly with the Complex Pro, like I talked about earlier, and I can pitch it down a whole octave. And so we're actually getting that drop double D sound. But it's still just been tracked by one guitar, and some of the guitar amp settings have been changed. I brought some of the gain down to bring some clarity from those low notes, and then I cut out the little chica parts because they were getting pretty muddy. So when I layer those in with the regular guitars on top of it, this is what it sounds like. It brings a level, some extra low end to those guitars to make them sound a little bit dirtier. And so like I said, this left one is the exact same one as here. You can see it in the transients. They're the exact same files. And the same down here, right is right. And I just tuned them down a whole octave. And if we turn everything else back on, this is what it sounds like together. Really bringing the track together. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed watching the process of me tracking guitars and making it sound bigger. Remember, all I do is record the guitar 2 times, left and right, and then I pitch the heavy guitar parts down a whole entire octave and change the gain settings on the amp to make it sound a little bit cleaner for the lower notes, and then blend those together to make the final guitar sound big and full. And that's all I really do, and it saves a lot of time, and you're not having to spend all that time going back and quad tracking. So if you guys are interested in videos like this, I've got them coming out every single week, and I want you guys to be the first to know about it. And I'm on a mission to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Subscribing is a huge way to know when these videos go live, and it notifies you immediately when I put out a new video. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications, because I want you guys to be the first to know when these videos go out. And don't forget, I've got my free Ableton songwriting template available at the link below in the description. Just go ahead and hit that link, and it is a free resource for you to be able to get started with your songwriting.